In the night, so cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. Dating bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green Watching voices loud, future kings standing on their throne. Checking the charts with their AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, and tracking the charts, midnight glory. Time to read all it's blending, mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Oh my God. Everything's best. Everything's best. Better. I'm happy. I've got the best setup. Everything's good now. Can't get any better. Can't get any better. Everything was just yesterday. Internet's down. Yesterday. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Now everything's good. Everything's great. And regular names are back. Regular names on YouTube are back. I'm so happy. Can you guys hear me? Are we checked? Check, check. Rule number one. Boy, it's been crazy. It's been like a crazy. Am I good? I'm muted. You shut up, Simon. Okay, good. Wow. So, you know, yesterday the internet was having problems, and so we got this fixed today. Seems like. And this morning when I go to turn on, you know, my computer and everything and get everything going, everything's all real again. So I rebooted one time, I restarted one time. The internet hopefully is better in Houston area, so we should be good. Guys, let's get ready to roll. All right, so it's like hold on, and my encoder's been a little weird today, so it's like not switching scenes that quickly. It's a little like laggy, but we'll work with it. I'm gonna have time to reboot my computer again. Okay, so let's get started because we are a little late this morning, and I think then we have data come out this morning. It's me a little. How's the jobs market? Is the jobs market dead? Am I rallying? This is what I feel. I haven't looked at the data yet. Let's get this all rolling here. Guys, welcome to the trading stream. Today we have a lot going on, tons and tons and tons of stuff. Big giveaways today. We'll give away 4 Elite Trader funding direct to funded accounts. 4 of you will become a funded trader immediately. Skip the eval. This is going to be at 11 o'clock. Very cool. I'm excited about that. We get to 1,000 viewers. We'll do a bonus giveaway as we always do. Another funded account with our friends over at Tradeify. We'll talk a little bit more about all of that. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's get the little data here, guys. All right, let's check it out. All right, non-farms came out. Oh, very cool. Look at that. Job market's dead. Yes, sir. All right, above rallying. Very nice. yeah. Gotta love this thing here. All right, now we have the old school names back. We could do roll call today. Peter, Yabba Major Noob, Simon, Dean, Ryan, Wade, Kevin, Andrew. What's up? What's up? Flies It Dies. Ken, Lee Media, Ty. What's up, Ty? Yeah, baby, Vervon. What's up, Morstein? What's up, Wade? Randy Wade. Ryan Wade. Cheater. DWG. Ryan. Did Fat Matt eat Matt? Almost. And the rest. Wow, I can read everybody's names again. Trader Ken. Trady. Very nice. Fraser. Ghost My Light. Stream keeps buffering. No more buffering now, hopefully. Hopefully it should be good. All right, we should be good. Everybody else. Well, there's a lot of comments. We're waiting like 20 minutes to get it going. My friends hit the like button. We're ready to go. We're ready to get going here. Okay, take a look at this very quickly. Manufacturing payrolls down 12,000 on the forecast was -5. Non-farm 22, the forecast was 75. Participation rate 62, still low as crap. Nobody wants to work. And Wall Street don't care. So I guess the worse that the job market is, the more likely the Fed's going to cut rates. I feel like this is it. When Powell reveals his dual mandate that they got to save the labor market, then I guess the government's either okay, let's start with the real answer. The job market just died somehow in the last month, that we need, the president pressing Powell to cut rates. Or B, as we know with government numbers, they come out really weird and then they get corrected sometime soon after, right? So maybe, somebody over there felt the, somebody out there, when they went to their car, had somebody, in sunglasses walk up and hand them a manila envelope that made them change their mind about what they were going to put in this report. So that way we can pressure Powell into cutting rates. We'll just see. I mean, it's kind of like that. Jay Powell is in there going through the photos and the manila envelope. He's like, holy crap, they're going to know I'm a furry. Shit. All right, I'll cut the rates. Damn it. Seriously, this furry fox goes to the conventions and has lots of lotion in his garage. Okay, so anyways, whatever's going on here, as we know, the dual mandate, they're going to protect the jobs market at all costs. So the idea is that they no longer care about inflation. That's off the table. But the fact that a really terrible non-farm comes out to lead us to big up in the market. So it looks like we've run up 30-40 points already. I don't know if we broke DD band or not, but we are DD band on Nasdaq. So this is actually kind of cool. This kind of puts a damper on the trading day, because the question becomes, where do we go from here? I hate trading days like this, because it's kind of like you got to kind of plant some contracts at the open and sort of pray for it. I don't know, because it's already moved a lot. Do I want to short this? Absolutely not. And S&P hasn't moved all the way, which is kind of where you can look at the gauge and how far it can continue to move. We're not up a risk interval yet on the move, but we're still sitting here thinking about it. Because the rate is going to be a 0.5 cut, and the lady was fired who was handling the numbers because she was padding them for Democratic Party. See how it works? Yep. You got to love how this works, right? Fudging the numbers to make it look good for the politics. This is where science just goes back into the dark ages, where it doesn't matter about the science or the math. You don't agree? Oh, you think the earth is round? All right, burn him. He's a witch. This is great. So, I love living in a world where numbers are no longer important. This is great. So pretty soon we'll just all be back to being flat earthers, so we're good. Starting Scooter, what's up? Hey Ryan, what's up? Friends, hit the like button real quick. Let's get this going. We are starting 22 minutes till market opens. I am waiting to see what we do at the open. We might get a nice bull long up. We're going to be gapping up majorly. Half gap will be support, with the idea that we do have about 30 points of dip, makes it to where this is 2 trades instead of 1. Greater market's obviously going to be bullish. The probability of a rate cut is certainly there. So it's possibly 50 points, because if the job market is, remember, as Powell said, the labor market's in a very bad place, and we need to certainly act upon that rather than acting upon inflation numbers to make our decision. Somehow they magically changed this last meeting, or Jackson Hole. Before Jackson Hole, they were really much saying we're probably not going to cut rates, and more Fed members were saying that when they were talking, and in the dot plots, it did not want rate cuts. And all of a sudden, after Jackson Hole, everybody magically wants rate cuts. Apparently, all of them got a guy in a trench coat hand them a manila envelope overnight, because they changed their mind like that. I don't know who bought them off, who found pictures of somebody cheating on their wife, who knows who did what, but they all changed their mind for some reason. And the whole excuse now is we need to save the jobs market. So we're probably going to cut rates, because we can't have company stocks tumble and then them lay people off with the high inflation, because that's a horrible thing. But then in the same sentence, they go, inflation is sort of short term anyways. So I don't get it. Why care about the jobs market then? why try to boost the stock market, the jobs market, inflation short term? You need a narrative. Okay, I get it. But I feel like they made that narrative up. If inflation short term as it is, then why not just hang through it and keep your normal mandate? I don't understand what I'm saying. But anyways, somebody found some Fed chairperson's feet photo OnlyFans and told them, you better do what I say, or we're going to let everybody know. And that 180 turn to Jackson Hole completely turned the market around. So, I mean, I love a bull market. Can't complain, but let's just remember that this looks a little fishy. And the government numbers, while coming a little slow and low, I really feel very good about this market. Now, again, the probability of, let's check the Fed watch and see what the probability is shifted to. You can type in see me Fed watch inside of this tab here. You will see that the market now has a 12% chance of a 50 basis point. Is that, am I correct? 50 basis point cut. We're at 4.5 right now. What? Blown away. It's been a while since I've been blown away by people's perception of the Fed and Fed activity. 12% chance of 50%, 51 basis cut. So let's just say, you know, in general, Wall Street is a funny thing. And sometimes, at least you've been trained well enough here. You guys have been coming to the stream long enough to be trained well enough to understand this is very funny, right? We haven't seen anything like this in a while. The Fed says fuck your puts. Oh yeah, I do have those puts, don't I? Well, that's good. So yeah, my puts are probably fucked, but it's okay. Don't even care. We're good. They said at every meeting, only thing brought cuts would have been labor market weakness. Right, but the only one bright spot of this admin's labor market was so unlikely. Well, we got to thank AI and COVID and everything for shifting that landscape. I mean, the jobs market has been in a weird place for a while. This isn't new news, but the fact that they're finally like, okay, let's go ahead and do that they see something we don't see. And maybe it's just because, I mean, this is pretty obvious. And, you know, the participation rate is one of the most important numbers that you've got. See, COVID destroyed the workforce permanently. And this is something I said when COVID happened, when they shut down every single business over the course of the month of people working from home. I remember being on my stream saying, it's never going to be the same after this. People are like, oh, you know, it'll go back to normal, whatever. And I was like, no, we're going to have 10 years of hyperinflation, and people are learning to work from home. They're never going to go back to work. So COVID taught people that they didn't need that accounting job, that teaching job, that police officer job, whatever it was. Maybe police officers still worked, but like the job they had, right? They were like, I don't need this anymore. I started a business selling hats online. I started a business consulting on web design. I started a business doing this and this and this. COVID taught everybody how to start their own shit. That's exactly what happened. You got a taste of working at home and you don't want to go back to work. And people did go back to work for a little bit, but once people started, side hustles started taking off, they started becoming real hustles. So I think that's the effect. Plus AI has made this even bigger, that this is likely to plunge at some point because everybody's going to make their own job instead of go get their job. So this is the world that we live in now. Is it because Powell is staring at this inflection point right here and saying that's kind of a bad deal, right? This is where we're kind of seeing, right? Companies are not paying people enough to get them back in. And the inflation's also going to hurt that. And this is where the inflation started like picking up like a lot, right? And now as inflation's getting worse, this is what they're saying, as inflation's getting worse, it becomes even less likely that companies can afford workers, and this will get even worse. And the problem becomes if we actually have the market crash with this inflation, we have cost stagflation. That's a problem. So I think the fact that there's such a 180 either means A, they got handed a manila folder of the joke that they were being blackmailed to change their mind, or B, that really is a big problem. Like that the market is, you know, the labor market is literally 1 year away from absolutely crashing due to these tariffs. Whether you guys believe that or not, that's the only other possible logical conclusion. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Self-employment counts in labor force participation, but only claimed self-employment, right? This could be people that haven't even got something going yet, haven't filed it on their taxes, not part of the bureau yet, not part of the statistics, right? There's always going to be a delay inside of there, right? Claimed, and who knows how many people are out there, you know, claiming their stuff. So while Lil Blue is right, you're going to have a big push of this, of people that haven't really, like, you know, they started their first business. They're not doing quarterly taxes or yearly taxes. We haven't caught those numbers yet. This number could be a delay from the people from last year, right? No telling how long. Is it a survey? I thought it was based on the bureau, the participation rate. I thought they got that from the Labor and Statistics Bureau. This one right here. Share of working age population, either working or looking for work. Are they just polling people? Is that what they're doing? Oh, is it a CES survey? Okay, well, if it's a survey, then that's even less reliable. People that are or if they're looking for work, they may not be claiming self-employment, right? So if it's a household survey, if this one is, then it'll people that are essentially self-employed may not necessarily be correctly, you know, claiming, yes, I'm looking for work or I'm working right now, you know. So the idea is, in general, this could be what it is. Either case, it's not a hard statistical data, it's a survey, right? So this is basically people just claiming that they're not looking for work in general, or they're not self-employed. Both of them are coming down. So it'd be hard to say that, like, you know, what would be causing the total of people working coming down, other than either A, they're not getting paid enough to go to work, or B, they are self-employed and they're not necessarily, you know, saying that they are, or they're not being surveyed, they're not part of the survey, right? As a data point that says they are looking for work. Yes, sir. What's up? Take the course. You need. What's up with the top? So guys, look, every time you promote a firm, right? As TopSub is so drastically losing market share in the space, every time you promote any other firm, they love to go in there and say, oh yeah, well, we're the best. And I'm like, I made fun, and I was like, look, I've stared at your leaderboard. I've seen, and they're like, we've been the best. Like, yeah, you guys are talking about other firms, so we're the best. They always like to tell you they're the best. That's what they go the way. First of all, I've watched them trade. I probably lost more on an average month than every person on that goddamn show has ever made in their entire careers as a trader, number one. Number two, whenever they say, they like to come in your posts and then quote you and say, well, we're the best. And I'm like, I looked at the leaderboard. In 13 years of things, you think there would be some kind of millionaire that's emerged from this system. I said, I believe that the rules at that place is so overly restrictive, nobody really makes any money. And then they go, oh, well, yeah, there's tons of people, blah, blah. And I go, well, I've looked at the leaderboard. I was like, I have friends that have made $1 million payouts in Apex. They breed $1 million traders every quarter. I was like, I looked at the TopSub leaderboard. In 13 years, I don't see anybody with $1 million. I see a handful of the top or a couple 100,000 heirs. 100,000 heirs. And I was like, that proves my point. The rules are so overly restrictive. Nobody can scale and make their dreams come true. You guys are selling dreams to people. I could say, yeah, it's probably a decent firm, but like the marketing is just, it's BS. I mean, I get it. You have good offerings or whatever, but don't say you're the best of anything, because not the perspective of traders. Traders aren't coming out of that with their dreams coming true. And so that's all that it is. And then it's all a bunch of shuffling. Like, why don't you come on the show and debate us with this? And I'm like, look, other firms are going to exist. You guys are going to lose market share. Everyone else's offerings are clearly better. You got to deal with it. They just shuffle around. They've always had this way of going to social media and crying. Remember when they were crying at Pat and threatening him with lawsuit because he was talking shit? There's just a bunch of pussies over there. just what it is. If it was a great, goated, best sort of thing, everybody there would be coming out of it like, I'm fucking dreams came true. I quit my job through the system. You ain't gonna make your way $1 million and 90% cut of a $5,000 fucking paycheck a couple times a quarter. It's never gonna happen. And after 13 years, it's not a millionaire on that leaderboard. It tells you everything you need to know. So the answer is, don't come at me, like, I'm just talking about other firms. You got to understand the other firms are clearly better. You just got to either make your shit better or shut the fuck up. No. I don't complain about them. They infiltrate your posts when you talk about other firms and say they're better. For me, I just make comparisons because people ask, like, is this better than this and that's better than that? That's my job to do that for you guys. So when I just make a comparison, all I did was make a comparison. Here's how the new funded next deal is better than the top step deal, just to teach everybody. I know that ruffles their feathers. They don't like hearing that. They don't want people to know. They want people to believe that they're the best. And I'm sure that's good. If you want $5,000 payouts, I mean, after taxes, I think you get like what maybe like after tax and the fees and all, maybe take home $2,500 of that. Hey man, if that's what you're trading for $2,500, I'll just say keep your day job. I don't know. It's a different mindset when it's coming from someone who's an actual, multimillionaire. I don't think of that as like, yes, we're the best. It's comical to me from my perspective. I'm just like, no, you're not. Like, why am I not watching millionaire traders like, talent, everyone out there that's a really big and really good trader is like, they laugh at that kind of stuff. It's a place for newbies to never make any money. And if you guys believe it, then don't believe it, whatever. But I just look at the leaderboard and that's all I need to know. As soon as I see somebody on the leaderboard and a career, what I'm saying is like the career traders anywhere, you're not a career trader. It means the whole, whatever the system's design is not designed for success of anybody. It means the rules don't allow you to get to that place. And certain other firms let you do that. I know tons of people who are millionaire traders from London Next, millionaire traders from ETF. I know people from there. I know people from My Funded Futures make millions of bucks. I know tons of people from Apex. They're all over Twitter. There's a lot of prop systems that allow you the uncapped payouts and scalability of certain type of accounts allow you to make it that far where it's actually worth your time and effort. But certain props are just absolutely designed to prevent you from being able to become rich as a trader. And nobody wants to do the math because everybody is a bunch of affiliates and practically morons that don't actually do the math. But I do the math, so that's the way I look at it. So the idea that I just say is that the last thing I want to do is go out there and just sing affiliate song and just talk about something I don't believe in. I always make comparisons because, well, I mean, it's great for engagement, but also it makes people really see the numbers, and a lot of people are doing the numbers. It's so crazy when you put something side by side and the data is so clear, you still get people like that work at the other company that'll control you because of it. That's all they do. So, but yeah, anyways, point I'm saying is it's just weird. You can't give numbers anymore. It's just like the government data. You can't give numbers anymore without people just being upset about the number, or people, don't want to read the numbers and see the fine print. So that's what it is. But anyways, yeah, all I did was say, when I compared, I said the funded X deals are the best deals out there. The current funded X deals are actually the best. And I'm serious. I was like, maybe I'll go on the show if they want to put, let's each put $500,000 into a trading account and let's battle it out, and I'll do a competition against everyone there. I'll let all 10 of them trade and then we'll see who wins. And like, yeah, sure, I'll go on. I'm not going to go on there and waste my time with that. I mean, these guys are all small, so. You can hear breathing. Hold on, let me double check this. Let me make sure my, anywho. I think let me reset this really quick because I think my audio settings. My encoder is being a little funky today. Is my audio actually working? well. Is it? Let me see when noise gets turning on. Is it? Let me see when noise gets turning on. No, it's good. Is it good? Okay. All right, we opened in about 5 minutes, getting ready to go. But at the end of the day, all I was saying is that the fund and X accounts, side by side per dollar, were better than Top Step. When I say that, I get 100,000 people read my posts. People don't understand. You know, it's fun to just make a comparison. I said no monthly fee, no activation fee. It's amazing. Uncapped payout. Uncapped. This is how you can go make $1 million. Uncapped. Uncapped payout. And 100% split. And I said the other guys, it's fee, monthly fee, activation fee, capped, and 90% split. And I said clearly one is better, like a lot better. Uncapped, no DLL, 100% split. Uncapped payout. Day 5, take out $1 million if you get there. Here, day 5, take out $5,000. No, we're the GOAT. We're the best. We're the best ever. I'm like, I don't even know. I like whatever. Anyways, that's what I did. And it's educating people on what's out there. But what their whole marketing tactic is to smear their competitors. Is really what they are. They see the My Funded tag and they love to talk to me. It's a desperate way to save face, but we just like to show the numbers, and that's the way that I deal. So, but nobody ever wants to talk the numbers. I think I asked the guy like a dozen times, how many millionaires are at Top Step? Never got a solid no, but I'll give you the answer. It's a solid no. So they don't want to tell you. It's just a game system, just to design it to where they put the camera in front of your face. And occasionally you'll make a $5,000 here and there. Nobody there is quitting their job to become a full-time day trader. And that's final. And they want me to come on the show so they can dodge that question for an hour. It's no thanks. ICT traders do really well. The ones that I know are very good. All right, so we are about to open up, guys. We'll have liquidity maps coming up pretty soon. We're in a very big gap up. This is about 30 points. So inside of that, the question is, would I long at the open or would I wait for a dip? S&P and NASDAQ are both gapping up. S&P has room to move to upper DD band. We have about 30 points on this. So the question is, do we get a 30-point rip off that? Market has moved on rate cut potential due to the labor market deterioration. As Powell has said, that's their main focus. So the bad news is good news sort of mentality makes sense. Labor market's even worse. Powell's more likely to cut rates. As a matter of fact, Wall Street has voted and chosen its path of 12% chance of 50 basis point now in the September meeting, which is crazy talk, right? Whoever thought we would get 50 basis point cut with 5% inflation coming down the line. But hey, we're both in a different world than what we thought, and we'll see. I made one trade overnight. I'm up $3,000. That's it. Just one trade. Grabbed the long right at the open. Just chilled. Nice haircut. Thank you. You're just trying to pass an eval. You hope to get there and worry about those things, Jeremy. I hope you do too, you know? And the thing is, in the prop space, I have to be the voice of reason because these sort of titans of prop are out there preying on people's hopes and dreams. They're creating casinos and selling you a dream and building TV shows and getting other children to sell you a dream when those children themselves aren't even millionaires. It's the blind leading the blind. And as the titans of prop out there, I'm not scared of them because we're bigger than them. We're getting bigger than them. So I tell them to go fuck off. And it's just because at the end of the day, you guys need to know the truth. And I'm the person who'll do the math for y'all and tell you guys what's up. Like my new haircut, baby? Looking fresh for the weekend, I know. Let's go. People going to dangle the carrot in front of your face all day long about like, we're a stepping stone, will help you get rich. Where's the first example of that? I always ask people this. You know, that's why that's why I'm still like, let's give Apex a chance. Because I do know people that have made a fortune in the Apex system. Even our buddy Tyler. Tyler's made a ton of money in Apex. The idea that a firm allows you to do something substantial and meet your trading goals is really kind of what you want. If you just get locked into a system that you're feeding money into and never getting your goals, don't just trust the Wall Street world around you. Like, well, it's maybe just me. Don't just use the same trading system for 6 years and it's not paying out. You're like, well, maybe it's just me. No, you were sold a whack system. And in the guru space, people are trading whack systems all day long. All right, we're up. You know what I mean? And there are whack prop systems too. And you guys don't know the math. I mean, I'll help you out. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so we're opening. We're probably gonna BLU open. So the question is, do I want to long at the open, and then wait for a dip to get it? Now half gap will probably be support today. I hear, I hear High Doc in the background.
Hi guys.
All right. Whoa! I got breakfast. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, where are you going? That's really distracting, but
That's what I'm
all
gonna
right.
do.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is that my new haircut? How do you like my haircut?
Huh?
How do you like my haircut?
I love it.
Cool.
It looks clean. All right, bye bye.
Man, you're looking fit today.
Do I?
You showed up just in time to get ready for the show.
Oh, right. Well, they're about to trade. My bad.
You're so funny. All right, have a good day, man. See you later.
Bye. Hey, come on.
All right, finally get our liquidity maps coming through. All right, so let's see what we get. Let's read this. BLU 1A settings, same as yesterday, right? So half gap is the support. With everything looking as good as it is, worst case scenario, we did the half gap, I'll grab the long. Okay, with a big gap like this, I can either take the first 1B right here at the open, or I can wait for a dip and grab it. With res being greater than 0, obviously we have support here and here, so let's wait for that. Again, the jobs data was really bad, but this overreaction at Wall Street could cause a sell-off. So let's just be careful. I'm not anticipating it, but it's the same setup across the board. Nasdaq and S&P doing the same thing. You either got 1A setup longing at the open, the 1A to DD band, 1A dip to 1B, down at hedge pressure is like way up the map here. So I don't really have a desire to do the 1A trade, just like I have been kind of like chilling on that. I really don't know what these are. So they're probably, I think they're lower here, but this is all we're playing with today. Okay, so let's check VIX while we're chilling. VIX is and actually this is a bullish pattern on VIX. Just be aware of this. Nvidia opening, and we have hedge pressure support at Nvidia. So today, when the market does dip to half gap, Nvidia is going to be hitting support. Keep in mind of that. So half gap is probably the bounce point. Microsoft is opening below MHP, which could break there and keep going. Watch out for the rally. Amazon has broken MHP to the downside. So it's 2 below MHP. Meta's up. So it's kind of a mixed bag, mixed morning. Tesla up. Google up. Okay, so let's look at half gap, and I'll grab it on the pullback, slight pullback. Do I want to do 33 and 22? Do I want to grab one long just here? Or do I want to wait? I believe that we're up here by the end of the day. And the question is which entry I want to take. We'll see. Okay. Nice and strong, nice and good. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it first pull back and bounce. The market's gonna try to respond. I think this will be the entry point. The first entry is here, and if I lose that, second entry is here, and then I'm gonna hang on to it for the run. If we do lose this, there is nothing underneath it, so don't feel bearish. But remember, Wall Street can overreact to the actual bad news that we had. So let's wait and see what it turns out to be. Let's see what we got. All right, we're gonna wait for half gap to pull back here. All right. Let's double check and keep a look on NVIDIA, because when NVIDIA does bounce, that's going to be where we're going to. So today, I'm actually going to do something a little different. Let's keep an eye out on NVIDIA while I'm trading futures. So I want to make sure that I've got the right spot. When NVIDIA hits here and probably overshoots, let's see what we get. But yeah, so the call, everything today is up, like basically up, 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 up. So the question is, where do I get in on this? Then NVIDIA pull back to half. I mean, Nasdaq pull back to half. Be good. All right, S&P is holding slightly better with the resilience slightly better on S&P. It's going to be a little bit better. NVIDIA is going to probably be where we see that bounce. Probably going to be where the Nasdaq does bounce. So let's watch for that. All right, let's get a little pullback here. Let's get the half gap. Half gap is a good place to go if we get there. Positive res, I mean, nice, decent long here. So let me get ready and prepped and ready to go. Why did I choose ES over NASDAQ? I haven't chosen anything yet. We're still waiting. No choices have been made just yet. I usually choose the stronger one and the one with the better opportunity. They both have equal opportunities here. Both belong ups. There's nothing here but pockets down below. Microsoft, the liquidity pocket now. NVIDIA getting close. Still a mixed bag. Okay. Okay. Go on, give me this. There to there, I think. He gets a good enough. I mean, it's 100 points worth of scalp. That'd be actually kind of nice. Off of the highs today, we've dropped 901 down to 822, almost 100 points in NASDAQ. All right. 2K. Did you short? Good deal. So today I'm going to wait for right here, this spot right here. I'm going to look for this to be an entry point for a bigger move up. I'm not going to try to get it in the middle. This is going to be kind of the one thing I don't like doing is trading this close to DD band. And when I was looking at S&P earlier, it's because it's the one that has a little bit extra room to travel. S&P also has like a more manageable gap. This is about 20 points of difference. which relative to that would be about 80 points of Nasdaq. But see how Nasdaq is almost like 200 points of gap. So Nasdaq is overstretched, by the way. A little bit faster than what the S&P is doing. And S&P is a little bit stronger. So as far as the gauge goes today, I'd like to see this kind of come back to a normal place down in here. So as soon as S&P gets to there or there, these are entry points for me to play on for the long side. Question is, can I short anything? There's no short ops in our training, but just like before, do I feel a short? Do I want to take the lower probability setup, the 40% chance? The answer is usually I don't do that, and I don't feel it today. VIX is on the other side of triple B, so the answer is probably not. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, right? Like, I want to see some. I mean, there has been a news event, so the market's likely to move, and there's 40 points already in Nasdaq. These are some pretty nasty moves, pretty quick. This would be what I've been looking to see, and of course, there's nothing really tradable. Let's see. Up at DD bands, the last thing I usually do is trade right into it. That's the problem. All right, going to wait for the better spot. Okay, no signs of any sell-off today. I have no bet that this is going to sell off. This is nice and clean. We are at all-time highs in S&P futures. This is pretty solid. I think maybe on S&P there's the opportunity is here. So I think I want to grab this closer to 65.22 at least to give it a shot, so that we end up close to DD. So I'll wait. It might take an hour or two to finally get whatever quickie nosedive we get in S&P. If it gets close to here, I'll take it. All right. You guys know me. These B setups, it's just plan a contract, let it ride. QD ratio 84. Monthly maps pretty solid. Going straight up today. Bull, bull, bull. We're back. Yep, looks good. Okay. It's got that half gap. All right, y'all, what are we thinking here? Where are we going? We going up? We going down? We going sideways? What about my hedging puts? They're just there for the month. In August, I took $70,000 of the payouts and put $15,000 into some puts just in case the market crash. Like essentially when we started getting those bear signals. So it's just, I take a small portion, like 15% or sorry, $15,000 from the larger chunk of payouts just to put underneath so I can hedge for this month, continue longing trading. And this month I'm probably, I mean, in September, I mean, I'm already up like 40K. So it's not even a weekend. So it's good so that I can actually continue to long the market as much as I can and have some kind of sense of insurance underneath me. But the puts are probably going to expire worthless. I don't think we're going to hit the actual target a month out, which is absolutely what I, don't care if they do actually expire in the money or not, because the idea is to keep longing the market. And if I grab some of my long setups and market doesn't play out, I've got insurance underneath me for the long haul. So simple as that. So far, I even take a picture for you guys so y'all know where I'm sitting so far. I'm up $3,000 so far just for my overnight long. Let me get a picture of that for you guys. That's it though. Been trading this light, just one account. What may be long the market? Yesterday's move, VIX drop below triple B. When we open and we basically filled the gap, I just jumped in and let it ride. So just feel of this. I mean, the market was essentially VIX had clobbered below the contango midpoint, so it was pretty much not going to be volatile, and I just decided to risk it and let it fly. Once we closed out underneath here for the day, I was like, yep, I'll just grab a long. Worst case scenario, we dipped there and I stop out. So I was using VIX as mostly my guide for that. It's a pretty simple setup. It's like we are not getting a pullback. Triple B is the contango midpoint on VIX futures contracts. It's a professional sort of futures analysis tool. When you look at futures contracts and you're utilizing different futures contracts, not just the one that you see in front of your face, but we call it forward month contracts. If you ever start learning, like you ever study for like the Series 3 or something, you start working in the futures industry, you're going to learn all these different things that professionals use to analyze the market that go beyond like what we've learned in charting. Contango and backwardation are big ways to analyze future pricing of certain spot prices. So an example would be, let me start over. Spot prices are the price of the thing, whatever it is. Oil futures, you can trade a futures contract that has a price, but then you can go buy a barrel of oil from your like buddy who has an oil, rig and say, hey, I want to buy some oil from you, and he'll give you a price. That's called the spot price. The actual price it trades at right now. Futures are a price it's supposed to trade at at a point in time in the future, right? So in VIX is a weird one to understand, but VIX has futures contracts as well, and they have different months of expiration that you can trade all of them right now if you want. So you can bet on where the VIX spot price will be at different points in time. Month out, 2 months out, 3 months out. We're at DD band a second time right now on NASDAQ. And so when I was studying, remember a long time ago I studied for the Series 3, and I was actually diving into a lot of this information and reading a lot and trying to learn a lot about it. I was getting inspired to utilize the contango and backwardation effect in futures to create an understanding of the market sensitivity to news. And what Triple B is a way to, we call it just Triple B, was a nickname. It's really called the contango or backwardation midpoint. It's a key low, call it my magic number in VIX. It's a VIX futures thing, and it's a futures mechanic. It has everything to do with the way the futures are trading. And it's the halfway point between two different contracts at rollover around VIX options monthly expiration. It's a whole different thing of why this particular day is important. But you basically take the midpoint between the two contracts on this Tuesday night once a month. And when the market is above this level, or when VIX is above this level, the market will be unusually sensitive to news. I mean, very sensitive. You'll have days where the market just dies for no reason on tiny news. And that's a thing that we know. And we were able to kind of like categorize that into a certain indicator. And essentially below it, I'll give you a handout that shows you what we do with it. It's actually really cool. The way that it works is genius, and it's saved so many people's lives. Here's a rule of thumb. If you're struggling in the prop world to make a payout or struggling in the prop world to get ahead, only trade when VIX is below this number every month. Avoid trading when VIX is above there. You're going to avoid this kind of stuff, these burnout blow up days, and get back to a nice clean bull market. So I tell people, if you're struggling to make money or struggling to do anything as a trader, the very first night and day difference is to avoid these 2 weeks. And now this is when you want to start trading. And every month, if you wait for that timing of VIX, you're going to have less volatile, less crazy markets. It's a guarantee. It's a really cool thing. And I'll show you how it works its way into your entry and exit philosophies. Let me get this. Let me get you a handout. This is really cool. This handout is going to explain a whole lot about the behaviors of the market. This guy right here, as you see, when VIX is above this certain level, the market is going to be, okay, so otherwise known as the contango backwardation midpoint, tells you how sensitive the S&P will be to news events and catalysts. While the liquidity map will detail where entries and exits, high volume pivots can be, the state of the VIX futures dictate how the S&P will move, how it will move. And modify how you enter positions. So, in a key element of that is the sensitivity to news and the ability of the market to find liquidity quickly. When VIX is below the level in a beautiful market, you're going to hit your pivots and be razor sharp with a nice clean volume distribution. There is just a wave of liquidity there. But if you are trading in this area where you've underpriced volatility and VIX itself is a little sporadic, you're going to be above the triple B. The market's going to be a little more responsive to news. You're going to undershoot and overshoot pivots. You're going to bounce around a lot, and you're going to have a nice, not a nice clean volume distribution as well. You're going to have a big, wide series of entries around a single pivot. And because of that, it makes it hard for traders who are not good at managing positions to enter a pivot nearby. So for example, today we are below triple B, right? And so you're going to have razor sharp pivots, exactly like the handout tells you. There's no overshooting. There's no chopping. There's no crazy. Does everybody in chat, y'all see this, right? Everybody can see this? When I say razor sharp pivots, I mean razor sharp pivots. I mean, it touches them and moves very quickly, right? Right, so that's the whole idea of understanding that contango midpoint, is that it lets you know about how you're going to trade. So an example is, if I wanted to grab along here, pretend I wanted to, if the market just falls to there and it's going to bounce, it should bounce pretty quick without stopping. If it falls there and starts chopping and hovering when it shouldn't be doing that, I know that's a sign to get out of the way, because there's no liquidity there. So in the state of the VIX now, we expect liquidity to be at each of these pivots, right? Yeah. So there's the DD band rejection at S&P. We all know not to long into it. That's why I'm waiting. Even though there is all support throughout here, I'm still going to wait for a better entry. Half gap is a B plus setup. But the thing is on NASDAQ, it's only about, well, maybe it's about 100 points. Probably worth taking. So here and here are the only long pivots worth taking. They're not even A setups either. S&P is the one that has a little bit more, I guess, oomph to it at half gap, which we can try to play on S&P right down in here. S&P has some room to move. S&P resilience is now going negative, so let me be very careful here. This could be the overshoot point. So let's grab one setup right here and just bet that it stays. Let me try this in one other account here. Wait for that to hit half gap. All right, we'll do 2 S&P here. Let me do this one more. Okay, so that's it. Very light, and it's S&P, so it's not going to be much. But the idea is from here to here, I'm looking for resilience to stay positive, so I can bounce up half gap. I've got trades either inside. I'm going to aim right on here. And I'm going to aim right there, and then just let it ride for the day. And we'll see what we get. My confidence in this is maybe 55, 60%, not the best. If we lose resilience, and then it's less confident. But the bet is it's going to be testing the middle, and the bet is that this ultimately wins and stays above 0. Here, we'll see what we do on this one. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. All right. Yep, S&P never got close to DD, just the NASDAQ. All right. Let's let her rip, baby. Matt says, allergies or cold? For me? What do you mean? Does it sound like I have a cold? Do I sound like I got the sniffles? All right, get that half gap. We should be good with with the resilience being positive. It should be pretty good right here. Okay. Or is it that the market is really going to say jobs market's dead? Time to sell this off. Which is good. Same thing. B setups, though, not really the strongest of pivots, trading inside of the opening gap. is just normally like 60-40 sort of probability. I utilize the idea if the stocks are bullish, this white line is above zero, then I expect the market to support inside of this box. Here and here as support pivots to continue the move is what I'm taking a bet on. And then below here, there is no trade outside of here until we get to liquidity pockets or something stronger. So this could be a big sell-off day. We could see. I'm going to take this pretty light today. Just a couple of accounts at a time, nothing big. And just see what I get on this one. We need a fan. All right, guys, what we're going to do to pass the time, let's get some music going on here. We got to finish up the contest. We are basically 70% of our way through the I'd say about 70% of the way through the song submission stuff. There's a lot. And I forgot where we left off, but I think I'm going to remember the photo. Let me see how far we got here. What is it? Okay. So what I have is I'm just planting a trade inside of here and a handful of accounts just to bet on half gap and gap fill close, holding just the same trade as yesterday. Resilience is strong enough. Let's double check that NVIDIA is finding its bounce point, which is what we wanted to see earlier. We're not there yet, so just be careful. And the Nasdaq pulling off a DD band is that first reversal point. So I might be a little early on this, which is fine. I'm going to stage into a few more accounts down here at the bottom, which I'm absolutely cool with. I'm just going to do a handful at a time. But yeah, I do want to keep going to long side with this. All right, what was the last song that we did? All right, the peasant, hold on. Peasant Seed Money version 2. Okay, we did hear this one. Okay. All right, guys, next one here.
I've been losing my money since I don't know when. So I made up my mind, something has to change. Just look at me now. This is how I learn to be mine. I know they losing before I heard you. Just waiting for the opening bell to ring again. One more look at the screen and
We got Matt, Adam Duritz Matt with the Counting Crows dreadlocks. Weird Al Matovic. Okay, so probabilities of this are, I would say I'm about 60-40. Look for this, look for this, that's the trade. I kind of like this song. I think it's catchy. So for Fund and Next, there is no monthly fee. It's just a one-time thing. So people are fading the bad news, obviously, but we're gonna see if this is still, you see how we have this kind of like sort of impact line right here off of that first move. This is kind of that balance point. So the question is, as long as resilience is good, can I bet that the gap stays and maintain the gap up? We'll check the sectors really quick. Pretty good. You guys like the song? What do y'all think? It's catchy. Or is this the big sell? Is this the actual big sell-off day we're gonna get off of that news? I like this song a lot. It's very catchy. I like it. What do y'all think? That's actually a really cool song, and the graphics is even cooler. I like it. I like it. Is that a keeper? Is it way too loud? All right, I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, hold up. Okay, let me do this real quick. Where is the Discord? There it is. All right, keeper. All right, I'll turn it down a little bit. I like it. Hold on. This is going to go into quarterfinals. Okay. Come on, hold that open today. This would be the same as yesterday. Now the question is, I had S&P 26 down to 13. Oh, I have two. I must have, oh, I had a really bad entry on this. I was wondering like why it's more than $1,000. I guess I did get in early on this. So should I add to that down here at the bottom? That is the question. Or did I just hold on to the two? All right, let's get a bounce. That's what I want to see. My entry on that wasn't so great. Let's hold that. Not the strongest of setups, but at least it's, you think market's dead? I think it's going to be a lot like yesterday. But we'll see. Okay. Grab a couple more here. All right. Let's let it rip. I kind of like that song a lot. All right. All right. Come on, at least a half cap. At least a half cap. Let's get it. Come on. All right, now we just wait for this one. Hang in there, hang in there. What do you guys think about this one? I've got about 10 points in here. About 6,500 is about my limit on this. 6,500 is the bounce. I'll try one more entry there and then I'll call it on this one. What do you guys think about that song? Pretty good? Yes, no, vote? What do you think? Down the song? Okay. Y'all don't see it? Okay. All right. Stargazer song. Thank you for your entry. I'll playlist it though. We can use it in playlist for the 80 songs. But not a finalist. All right. All right, now we are right on the edge. Hang in there. Get that open. Okay, I'm going to trim down to 1. Losing some ground here. Okay, next song. Full Port Party. It's a short one.
Futures trading so insane. Think I might have broke my brain, but I didn't. How much money did I make? I don't know. Was it worth it for my soul? I don't know. How much money did I make? I don't know. Was it worth it for my soul? I don't know.
So 65 is my level here, and I'll just pull this one if it doesn't work. And then back on the open. All right, I'll pull the plug on that one. So that's a loss, but if we get back into back into the zone, I'll buy again. But that was a little brutal. $576. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Let me double check that I don't have MHP dynamics nearby. Remember where those were yesterday. Open my platform back up. $536 on NASDAQ, and then this one is going to be $64.83 on S&P. Okay. There it is. We do have pockets here, right? It's kind of nice. Be a good trade. All right. Decent song, but too short to use for anything. All right, next song. Bulls on bottom. Yeah. That'd kind of be the setup I'd be looking for, yeah. Okay. Dude, I love this song so much. If we get back into redistribution zone, I'll get back on the long side. All right, guys, y'all vote on this one. What do you think? Good, bad, yes?
A silent war of data built on sinking sands. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's always from the right place. I refuse to chase. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have to take it every time. No emotion, just line to line. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm right.
Keep it. Oh yeah, best song ever. Depressing from the morning though. All right. All right. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Market's pulling back today. I've got lower bull zone to trade off of when we get down to that. All right, that's an automatic advance to the next round for me. That's probably one of my favorite songs of the lot. Although somebody says it's too depressing for this morning. Yeah. All right, good song. That's got to go on to the next round. Where's that? Oh, where's my Discord at? Here it is. All right, song submission. Quarterfinals. Done and done and done and done. And playlist. Okay, cool. This was a lot more brutal than I thought it was going to be. I thought we would at least hold middle, but we did lose our half gap signal. So that one picked me up. But these, okay, next song.
I got my puts, baby.
Hedged and Dangerous.
You like my puts, baby. You know you do. I got my puts, baby. Yeah. Stacked them deep while you were dreaming. I got my puts, baby. Yeah. Market bleeds and I'm still leaning. You like my puts, baby. Watch the red turn into winning. I like my puts, baby. Yeah. Hedge me sweet, keep me breathing. You saw the breakout, chased it high. I saw the trap, I played it sly. While bulls were blinded by the light, I loaded dark and slept so right.
So I'm gonna wait for bull zone for the next setup, and that's gonna be the next trade I take. So if I get it, that'll be where I go.
I don't need no candle glow. I ride the shadows, let it go. I got my puts, baby, yeah. Stacked them deep while you were dreaming. I got my puts, baby, yeah. Market bleeds and I'm still leaning. You like my puts, baby, watch the red turn into winning. I like my puts, baby, yeah.
I like this one a lot too.
Sweet, keep me breathing. No matter
All right, so now we're at lower DD band. I can try one more time here. I mean, sorry, lower hedge pressure. I'll try one here.
Don't care if this pocket fails.
All right, I'm gonna add a couple places.
Pressure breaks. I'm off that rail. Whatever happens, I don't lose sight. I'm covered deep. My risk game's tight. Monthly maps forecasting. I align. I stay calm. I'll never be behind. Rest can slip. The winds can wail. I hedge with truth and my puts.
All right, so I'm going long again one more time at lower hedge pressure. Last piece is a dynamic hedge pressure 6483. Play the Knife Catchers Anonymous song. Last attempt at this one. All right, I have another Dom I'm also gonna trade on. I'm gonna do this one real quick. Let me grab this guy here. This one is a new one that I just now also entered that hasn't taken any loss yet. This is one of the zeros. So this one is gonna have a little bit more ability to play on. So I'm gonna play this one, that one, and a couple of more when I get to bull zone. So right now I'm gonna start with the position of 2 right here at hedge pressure. I'm gonna do one more at bull zone support, and I'm gonna do basically one more at lower DD band. Essentially all down in here. It's very 9 Inch Nails sounding. Actually, I like it a lot. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm going to tell you this day, obviously the idea of the market moving up on the bad news and then coming down is obvious news that the market had bad data. But I think Wall Street is just overreacting to this. VIX isn't being crazy yet, so we're still okay. All right. We're at triple B again, which is, again, this is the most confusing the market has been in a very long time. So I'm having a hard time figuring out myself. This is a little tough. So we'll see. I'm taking a couple more stabs down in here. I'm going to call it after that if we don't lose lower DD band. Every single time setups will be pretty good here. All right, get ready for this. Are we actually dying out today? That's the real question. I got my puts, baby. Yeah. All right, hedge and dangerous. You guys like that? We're gonna keep it. I think it's great. You hold on to that hedge pressure today. Come on, baby. Hang in there. I got my puts, baby. Yeah. VVIX going crazy today. Yeah, this is just an absolute 180 on the market. This too. This is basically this. I'm going to tell you guys, I haven't been this confused in a very long time with the way the VIX has been moving. It's been hug, 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 hug. Thought the market's going to crash. Nope, it's okay. Just kidding. The flip-flopping nature of this has been something of record-breaking confusion. So we are very close to strong pivots on S&P and NASDAQ, which is all right. NASDAQ hit the DD band and pulled back. So the last thing that I'm looking for is if there's a potential long down in here, just to stay the course. But man, VIX is back on the wrong side of things again. So I'm getting kind of like beat up a little bit here. Being on the wrong side sucks, but I wish I would have literally got a better entry. My entry efficiency was really like shit on that one. I got my puts, baby, yeah. Okay, next song. Squeeze song.
Too cocky. Now the tape's hungry. Let's squeeze him. Price caught tight like a viper in the dark. Now it's ripping through levels, leaving shorts in the park. Break that high, one wick, then boom. Now the air's getting thin and the stops go soon. Low flow pressure, gamma stack light. Chase a wick, now I'm sniping that height. Down flash, booked in, trap door, snap. You was laughing on the fade, now you caught in the rack. Watch your run, don't ceiling. Watch your wipe clean, now the short start squealing. Tape burn, no chill, you ain't headed right, you about to get killed. Can't stop, no brakes. Price move in like it's got high.
All right, I'm gonna close that out too and just get ready for lower bull zone. Guess I'm gonna wait for him. Very confusing day today for a lot of people I know. All right.
One short, one tick, one squeeze, and it's game over.
You feel like crying like Tori? The market's just bleeding, man, bleeding out to every single pivot. So I'll do one more attempt right here at 64.70. I'm lower DD band, so hopefully this will hang in there. Let me double check that Nvidia is not just smashing through MHP. Nvidia is getting its balance point here. This is what I was kind of waiting for all morning. All right, let me try one more time. We'll keep this one small. Come on, granddaddy Nvidia. All right, now I get the big A pluses. Let's rotate some accounts in. Right when we get over here to bullseye, I'm start entering some positions here. Nvidia's bounced, so this is likely to be if there is a bounce point to spot. So, all right, fingers crossed. Would just be the like in VVIX, man. This was just something else. Wall Street, like, loved the Fed numbers and then hated the employment numbers. Like, really, basically what we ended up getting. The VIX back up in the danger area. This is just nuts. I am myself now. Again, this is something that just I don't think anybody's system or style could have really anticipated this. This is a little bit weird. Now, of course, we did hit upper cap in NASDAQ. That's why I didn't long out the door, which was great. I did try to catch dips, though, at certain areas. Resilience is less than 0, so it's going to fight down in here. This is going to be the problem is that this is low consolidating. We could just flush. So I'm being very cautious today, making sure I'm watching NVIDIA and other stocks right on the edge. NVIDIA is sort of finding its support here. This could support for a hook. I'm going to keep it small and keep it light, just a handful of accounts as well. But we are going to be overshooting pivots, so I'm going to keep it relatively light so that I can handle some of that volatility. Dead market, though. Let's see if that does anything here. S&P, bull zone. Okay. EST every single time. This is my good long setup entries all down in here. I've got places to play here and places to play here. I'm not going to be too eager to jump in super heavy here. With the overshooting potential of VIX, I can allow this to push right down into here, and that's basically it. If it doesn't support there, then the market will crash, so that's good. So I think it should be okay. Bearish day, looking for shorts at this junction. If it is selling off, you know, and you see the bottom and you're looking for shorts, you might be a little too late to the party. I don't see market looking down and look for shorts. I see the market moving down and saying, oh, I didn't get the shorts, so I'm not going to actually try to engage like I'm late to that trade. Even though it is pulling back, there's likely to be some kind of move here. That's what I do want to see. So even so, if the market's falling, the last thing I ever do is jump in at the end of or in the middle of a shorting move and try to catch a short on the way down. To me, shorting at the bottom, as I told you guys earlier in the week, is probably the easiest way to lose money. Actually, shorting at the top is easier way to lose money. So instead of trying to say, well, I guess it's a bear day, let me short it, I'm again taking a stab at liquidity pocket, trying to long it like I do every time, like every single time. Okay. All right. But fingers are crossed on this. Hopefully the internet isn't spotty today like it was yesterday. It's been good, but like right around middle of the morning, it started getting weird yesterday. So I've been, praying that it doesn't get crazy again. All right. Let me get that Discord over here. Where did it go? Okay. All right. Mute that so that way it's not beeping at us. Okay. We are bulls on bottom. This is the last little entry place. I'm going to maybe take a stab at it in a couple more accounts here. I am going to get, now again, we are VIX above triple B, so it can't overshoot. So be very light on my toes here. All right. All right. I'm gonna hit this pretty hard. Are my shorts still green? They're probably red because of theta. But if it falls for 2 or 3 days, they'll probably be back to being green. So, all right. Okay, next song. Let me put something up here. Did you guys like Brian's Squeeze song? I didn't see a lot of people say they loved it. Okay, Volatility Kills is the next song we're gonna play. Actually, I want to do 3, not 5. I forgot to be an overshoot here. So I'll keep it light. Let me get that to 2. Dude, what a day today. Okay. Keep it on the video over here. Okay, I'm gonna start slowly stepping into just a couple accounts here. Bullzone and DD, last 2 places I'm gonna try to trade from. You can turn that down or off. No, okay. All right, now we have a Viking theme song. get that. Hopefully that liquidity pocket gives us some love here today. Dude, what a weird trading day. You know what I'm saying?
Bands are born from math divine, from liquidations, fearsome line. We count the risk, we read the field, and wait where all goes might yet yield.
A high ratio, a storm ahead means bears are loud but filled with dread.
We hold our shield, we scan the land, where price rebounds along may stand.
Whispers in the data say traitors fall who chase the fray.
But those who watch the false
It's like a Viking themed. That's pretty cool. All right. I'm just gonna trim that out. Just in time for EST. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Woo. Oh my word. Okay, we're back. All right. Did you guys like the whatever song was earlier, right? Dude. All right, let me get the whoosh fan going on here. I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Internet has been stupidly weird for the last 3 days. I lost my stream yesterday for like hours and hours and hours. It was in and out. The whole Houston area is being weird and wonky today. The minute I start lagging out, the market goes up. The minute I'm no longer trading, the market bounces, right? Okay, let's get a whoosh fan going on here. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. All right. It's that bull zone bounce, baby. All right. I got my puts, baby girl. So let's hang in there. Okay. Like Viking metal, pretty cool sound. Let me go to the, where is it? It is going to be in the, there it is. Cool. For here, what my exit would be is if we're going to depend on what the resilience levels are doing. So at least for right now, the goal is to be long, to support here, to stay above here for the permanent long haul. Now, resistance is there, so that is the highest I can expect to get, at least for the trade plan. It could be 3 or 4 to 1 if it does rally. It's going to be hard to see if it does, but at least I have that stab down here at the bottom. I'm not playing it too heavy. With the volatility that we've had, I'm just sort of kind of inching in with a couple of accounts. All right, let's do 3. Okay, so about 65 is that area that we're pivoting between. I was just measuring the distance of this fall here. 65.41 all the way down to 60. That's 80 points of move on the SP. Jesus, that's catalyst, by the way, which I need to mark. 58.50. Oh shit, the catalyst is active. I'm such an idiot. I'm not even thinking about it. 58.50. It's 41, space 17, 83. So this cat active line right here, I didn't even think about it. Oops. Let me just remove the out the screen. Let me just off the screen here. Dope. I should be trading small only, if anything. Okay, not 3. I'll just do 2. So I'm looking at. That's crazy, man. Screw this day. What are my puts doing, by the way? Brutal day. So I just forgot to mention that there's a cat active on here. So below the pink line, I probably shouldn't even be trading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close everything out. I forgot about that. All right. I am going to chill on this one. Wow, what a shit show for today. All right, what do you guys think about the kind of like the reggae jam? What do y'all think? Is that a good one? I forgot the cat being active. I kind of don't want to be doing anything, to be honest. That is kind of brutal. This was really bad, guys, for like, at least for what I expect the market to do. This has been a very confusing, I guess, month for a lot of people, but at least for me too. Don't even worry. It's been a little confusing for me as well. All right. I like it. Let me add it to quarters. If we get back above bull zone, I'll get right back into it. I just don't want to like do this. All right. What a brutal day. It's like a fat drunk man falling down the stairs violently. Like the market's like, okay, finally we'll crash today. All right. CAT is active at 64.83. Let me do Nasdaq really quick. Yeah, this is going to be kind of nasty. Nasdaq is going to be closer to, hold on here, 210, 674. Right here. If only my internet was stable all the freaking time, I'd be so happy. Okay. Okay. All right, so CAT is active. Obviously, you know the rules. We usually just kind of chill and sit out when that happens. Even though EST, I'm going to go ahead and choose to sit out. With the amount of selling that we've seen, I don't think it's playable, and I'm going to kind of wait on this. I do have my puts. If the market crashes, then the market crashes, and I'll be happy about that. But other than that, let's sit out. This, I don't think anybody saw that coming. VIX above triple B, VVIX flying through the roof, like the market was trying to die. Now it's finally dying today. I don't know. It's become a very dangerous month to trade in, I think. I'm going to spend the rest of the time this VIX contract month just sort of taking it light. Like I'm going to trade like 1 or 2 accounts at a time. I'm not going to go in like 3 or 4 at a time. All right, new song. Until we get to like a more stable mix month. This one's called Come On, Let's Ride. The thing is I could take a stab at this knowing the volatility is going to get worse, and I could take a stab at bull zone. I'd rather be more safe than sorry on this. You guys ready to run the... Oh yeah, we got to give away. All right, so let's do this really quick while we're chilling. Let me get the old giveaway bot here. Make some room for this over here. Let me get this. Okay, let me log in to the giveaway bot here. Everybody type ETF in chat really quick. It's a great tune. All right, we'll get ready for giveaway. Everybody type in ETF in chat. Really quick, give you guys a little word from our sponsors here. Hold on, let me see if it loads up. ETF, it's selecting like a little, it's like a little laggy on my end. So if it starts acting weird, y'all let me know. ETF is running a special. Let me load it up really quick. Elite Trader Funding is one of our favorite firms we talk about. Hold on, I gotta go to the email. Let me go to the FAQ. Direct to funded. Okay, so it's really rare out there that a firm's gonna have a direct to funded program. What is direct to funded, right? So direct to funded is a way for you to skip the eval altogether and immediately go funded, right? The question is, do I want to... I keep telling myself, do I want to grab bull zone? Okay, I'm going to chill. All right, direct to funded is the way to go, straight to funded without an eval. Now, the psychological hurdle whenever you're trading, especially in prop firms, that an eval is really hard, right? You got to pass an eval, and then once you pass an eval, then they move you to funded, and then you're going to have to kind of immediately start over with the pressure on, okay, I'm funded now, let me try to make some money. Other firms, there's a lot of firms out there, but there's a lot of firms, and I'm not going to name names or anything, but there's a lot of firms that prey on the eval system being the squeeze point. And then when you go funded, you're so nervous you can't even turn a profit, right? This is pretty common out there. And so a lot of the firms have come up with a kind of like a new, I guess, style And the style being that they're going to have the ability for you to just go direct to funded. Get rid of that emotional hurdle, right? Just get rid of it altogether. And if you can immediately get into the mix of just jumping in and trading, you're funded from the start. So the idea with the direct to funded program, which is rare, there's not a lot of companies that have it. It's really neat. Essentially, you just get in, and then after so many days of trading, you get a payout. That's it. And there's payouts on a cycle. And with the 50K, for instance, they have $5,000 payouts every 15 days. So twice a month, you can get a payout. Very similar to like in My Funded Futures with the pro accounts, we have the 14-day cycle and everything. So we're used to that whenever it comes to like these big payouts or these straight to funded programs, to have just a really solid payout philosophy as long as you're consistent. It's a really good program. Obviously, I love ETF. I've been trading with this, the very first prop firm I ever traded with. So it's a really good company. They don't do, they have crazy, bad rep. They definitely pay out. I'm actually live with them now. So they have a live program. The live program is very nice. There's daily payouts with it. It's pretty good. So, 15 trading days. So maybe like once every, not 15 calendar days, 15 trading days, right? So the other one, has 10 active days. This is twice a month, 15 calendar days for the 25K and 15 calendar days for the 50K. It's a really cool program. Like I said, obviously we had some, prop trading children jumping in my Twitter yesterday talking about how their program is goated. I don't see any people actually making big bank in these kind of other programs out there. I mean, let's be honest. The prop system is very good at getting people in, dangling the carrot, and then you just struggle through the evals and never make a payout. You basically drink the casino's Kool-Aid. Straight to funded programs are going to get rid of all of that nonsense and just throw you in the mix of congratulations, you're funded. How well can you do? So that to me, I think is very important. Obviously, for traders to have options, and that's a really good option. So if you are looking to do a straight to funded program, I'll tell you, this is great. Now, the folks at ETF have decided to give us 4 to give away, which is even better. So if you type in ETF in chat, you have the ability to enter the drawing, and you can become a funded trader immediately. Now, I just typed in ETF. You're going to have to type it in now just to enter. So type it in. I'll tell you another cool thing about Elite Trader Funding. They have a really good static program, which I tell people. Everybody out there is trying to sell the idea of what is the best prop firm, especially people that work for prop firms. I think being honest is extremely important, especially being honest about who you represent, right? And like I said, you're going to have people that work for a specific prop firm are going to make you drink the Kool-Aid of that prop firm. I work for My Funded Futures, but I don't cram My Funded Futures down your throat. I share any firm I think is good with everybody, and I have full incentive to give you guys my honest opinion about stuff, right? So you should know when it comes to integrity, if somebody's got a badge on their name on Twitter and they're working for a firm and shoving that firm down your throat, you know why they're doing it. I mention My Funded Futures just as much as anyone else, and I'm never like saying everyone else sucks, it's the best. That mentality, just see through the sales pitches out there. I only think of something that I think is good, and if I think it's good, I'm going to tell you guys about it. The other account that I think is great at the Elite Trader Funding is the Static. Now, Static is probably the easiest type of account to get a payout with because of the 3 drawdown types. You have your 0 point, right? 0, 0. You're going to have a trailing drawdown, which means as you make money, your drawdown follows with you. So it's very easy to blow up. It's like the Apex type of accounts. End of the day drawdown, which is like My Funded and Top Step and all these other ones. As you move up, the drawdown stays static, and then once a day it moves with you. So it stair steps. And a true static, as you move, it stays at the same spot no matter what. It stays exactly anchored. So once you build that very first trade, that very first day, you already have a buffer that doesn't move. Now, static, end of the day, and trailing are the 3 major types of drawdown. So with that being said, trailing is usually the cheapest, end of the day is usually moderate, and static is the most expensive. I like how that says CME. So static being the most expensive usually is because it's the easiest to pass. And that's a typical rule of thumb when it comes to prop firms. If it's easy, if it's cheap, If it's cheap, it's hard to pass. This is kind of what I'm trying to train you guys on. Cheap prop firms are entirely hard to pass. So what the cool thing with the static is that they sometimes throw like 80% off sales like they do right now, which is incredible because you have a $2,000 static drawdown that doesn't move. So literally 2,000. It's a buffer from the start. It doesn't trail. You immediately get $2,000 head start. And if you make 2,000 the first day, now you got a $4,000 drawdown. Statics are great, and it comes in under $100 for the biggest one they've got. Now, to compare why I say it's the best in the business is because a similar cost per drawdown ratio at, a similar account size at Apex, who also has a static, only gives you $625 a drawdown. They don't usually give you a big fat buffer. They give you a tiny one because statics are very lenient and very generous. The fact that ETF created one with $2,000 drawdown, you guys have $2,000 trailing drawdowns. Imagine a $2,000 static. They went overboard by creating the best static in the biz. Anyways, I like those two accounts of all the products. All the other products they have are decent, but the other firms I think have better offerings than the other accounts they have. But the static and DTF are very competitive as being some of the top in the space. So, activation fee is only $80. So again, static is the easiest to pass if you're struggling with trailing drawdown like with take profit, or you're struggling with end of the day drawdown like with Top Step or with my fund or anything else. You're like, man, I need to do something. Static is the most forgiving account and will come at a cost. And I tell you guys, whenever there's a sale like 80% off, and ETFs now is 80% off, and it's pass one get one. So you pass one, you get a second one free. Which is kind of cool as well. That's the time to load up whenever there's big sales, right? Other than that, they're like $500, which is the priciness you get with the static. They're usually not cheap. $449 is pretty expensive for an account with no drawdown. But for $89, that's where the value comes. Now, do I want to just like be a daredevil and play it bull zone bottom? Should I be a daredevil, guys? Should I be a daredevil? That's the real question. Fuck it. I'm going to be a daredevil. Why not? All right. All right, I'm daredevil. Okay, so we're going to draw the first one. Type ETF in chat for your chance to enter this. Okay, ready? Set. Go. 4 of you are about to become a funded trader immediately. Skip the eval. Like I said, they've been very generous. They donate us 4 accounts every week to give away. We just give away on Fridays. Make a big deal out of it. I might even ask them for some more. Then we'll see. As we give her Spyro, winner number 1. Wait, why am I not playing any giveaway music? I loved that song of yours, by the way. Spyro, winner number 1.
Within the volume, answers to
All right.
expose. Nobody fucking knows.
I kind of like the first one better. Gabe, winner number 2. Well done, well done, well done. Tech Trader wrote some really dope EDM songs. I like them. I'm gonna vote these through. I don't know if you guys voted, but I'm gonna vote them through. All right, I'm gonna be a Daredevil at Bull Zone bottom. I know the cat is active, but Tenderbox winner number 3. You guys are now ETF funded with the 50K account, so these guys are actually very generous and not only give you the direct to fund it, but they're giving you the best ones they've got. So that's kind of nice. Tenderbox, congratulations! You are now a funded trader. And we'll do a couple more after this. Remember, stay tuned because we do giveaways all morning. We always do. All right. Drum roll. Drawing number 2. Number 4. Sub 2 is not ticked. It doesn't save that. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, okay. My bad. Okay, you guys remind me of that because it doesn't save the setting. That sucks. I'm sorry about that, guys. My bad. Holy fuck. That's cute. All right, gonna be a Daredevil. I got longs, man. I'm getting in. All right, hold on. Congratulations. Holy fuck. That's funny. Give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna try and get some trades in here set up. Okay, I'm taking it. Get in. Taking a risky bet. I know it's risky because cat is active, but seeing getting back to the cow line would be kind of nice. All right. I'm long. I'm taking it heavy. I'm getting it. I believe it. So getting in a bunch of accounts. Not all of them, but a bunch of them, like most of them. All right, let's go, baby. Get that EST. EST, let's go. All right. Come on, baby. There's some good songs. I do like it. All right. We'll do another Fun Next giveaway in just a little bit, you guys. Chill out for one moment. I'm going to take a bite of my breakfast here. So tasty. Oh, I got to get it right. Hold on. All right. Now I'm gonna risk it. Okay. So the one account on my screen earlier was down like $4,000. That one got beat up. So I'm working on other accounts right now. I have 2 casualties that are down 6,000. I have some accounts that I have the one that was up 3,000. Now I have accounts that are now going to be making money. I'm long in bull zone. Dude, I got pants on. I don't have shorts anymore. Check it out. Check it out. I'm a pants guy now. I don't normally wear pants. I am enjoying wearing pants. I get cold all the time now. That's like my newest
My neck, my back, yo. Let me tell you about the market, baby. Wall Street's wild, gonna drive you
I start getting cold because my blood pressure medicine makes me cold all the time. So
sell high, let's stack it up.
it's false atmosphere of the pants. Matt's taking medicine that makes him cold all the time. I feel like low blood pressure can make me cold. I'm a cold human.
Real tight, let's make bank today. First you gotta log in.
Come on, EST, EST.
Take a tape. Don't fall in no trap.
The idea, now we are bouncing through here. This is good to get somewhat of a bounce on DD, which is nice.
Meme stocks when they start to crash. Hold up, Bitcoin,
I'm going to be a daredevil on this.
swing trade, day trade, options on the call. When the Fed speaks, better not take a fall. Oh, you missed the dip, man.
Come on, give me a big hand, at least to test that the cat is active. Now remember, cat is active. It's better safe than sorry. And now we're getting back to it. So hopefully it can be better.
My portfolio, yo. Trade 'em all
I'm going to be a daredevil. Again, we teach when cat is active, just be careful.
one day.
Know the risk you're getting in. It can just fall underneath me one more time.
It's a wild ride.
VIX is at triple B again yet a second time right here. This is the weirdest thing to see it not make a decision this month. I mean, we were at the level, above the level, around the level. I mean, it has been, this, guys, is unusual for the market to just, like, it's like it wants to crash, and the moment it moves, there's like people ready to buy.
Yeah, it's looking grim, but my dividend stocks
This is the most skittish, weirdest market behavior I've seen in a while.
light up the Bloomberg, let the data blow.
So the sort of like plain English way to describe that is the market is extremely bullish right now, extremely bullish, but people are scared to buy at the high. So the very first scare that they get,
From the pit to the screen.
that's everybody's entry point. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, I'm feeling so brash. Just don't YOLO it all, or you'll lose all your cash.
Like a big sell-off day. The next day, everybody gets back in. So there's liquidity there, but it's not like people are just like, I gotta get in the stock market now. Everybody's like, I need some kind of dip. Oh, big day. Okay, good. This is the day I'm gonna get in. We're seeing that the volatile potential this month is just weird, and all the flip-flopping with the Fed and all that has kind of pushed money back and forth. And we're starting to see a little bit more interest in the bond market, which is also creating a little bit of money rotation out of equities. So, but yeah, with this jobs market being dead, you have actual bears fighting with actual Fed bulls, and it's kind of like the market's up, market's down. And so I am going to take a stab here at bull zone bottom, and just see if anything good comes out of this one. You thought having Trump back would be great, not the shit show we've been having, right? Nasdaq rest is positive. All right, what do you guys think about Slack's Lil Kim sort of song? That's pretty dope. If you like hip hop and stuff, sounds pretty good. Is that a winning song, or is that a hip hop playlist song? First say here, do I trade live on YouTube, Francisco? Every single day on YouTube, all day, every day. Yes, sir. All right. I dig it. baby, baby, I love being a daredevil. Although I have some accounts that got shit on. All right, come on, baby. Tough, tough, tough. All right, next song. Okay. Well, we have the show me your P&L, whip it out. Clearly, you guys know the drill there. We also have a new submission to the list. Oh, somebody wrote a song about Top Set TV. It's cute. The TV. Oh my god. Okay, good. This is good. Finally paying off, man. I'm glad I'm being a daredevil here. Okay. All right. I think that's the first test. And should I be a daredevil further? What do you guys think? 1083. That volatility is still there. VIX is above triple B. I could just... The song is great, right? Why don't I just be safe? Rather safe than sorry. All right, hold on. Let me start. Let me just take some profit on this. This is all weird shit. Okay, hold on. Let me close everything. Close. All right, cat is active, and I feel like being a daredevil in this short period of time. All right, what's the damage? It's pretty bad. Okay, hold on. Let me start over. It's not bad. Not that bad. I think these trades made it maybe green, but it was pretty bad at the start of the day. Oh, most of these accounts got red, and then I just dug out. Hold up. Where's the... Some of them casualty altogether. I didn't too bad clawing out of that one. All right. Started the day with one account green. And then here's where we got. I fully flattened everything out. Oh, let me get over here. Get the screenshot for you guys. What? And then I had some casualties. I have some red that finally I dug out and turned green. So at the end, that wasn't too bad. Oh, one of the accounts. Again, a couple of the accounts I barely touched. These two I can still work on. This one died. This one died on the stream. Those are bad. And then these other ones doing slightly okay. So again, this was the overnight setup, the overnight trade. These were some I just grabbed right here on this dip. These were some I grabbed at the dip. These two were really red as well. These two were really, really red, kind of like this one. But these guys also, I took a stab at there and brought them up slightly better than they were. So I think I got lucky trying to be a daredevil in here, and I could still play above Catalyst active line. I could probably still hold on to this I don't feel like the scare is still there for the market to continue to sell off. I can probably just like maybe just get back in with 2 on this one account. 1. We'll do 1. I'm going to do 1 on this one here, and I'm going to do what's the catalyst? Market sold off after we had all the employment numbers come through. Market rallied, then sold off. At that tiny P&L. I love it. I wonder if I can like I wonder if I could do like, can I upload? I wonder if I can upload the song. That'd be kind of cool. So I'm just going to try 1 contract, 1 account. And that's it from this point forward. Catalyst is active. That was a risky gamble that could have blown everything up. So trading cat active is not something I literally ever like to do. Can I upload a song? I can't upload a song to Twitter. Oh, I'd love to put that up there. All right, I love the Tiny P&L song. I love it so much, and Tech loves it so much. Then he made a second one.
Green candle makes me giggle. Rocket scooter got me flying high. From a trip to a flood, watch the dollars multiply. Tiny P&L, now it's touching the sky. Whoosh fan, baby, let it ride, let it ride. I hedge my bets like a lover hedges their heart. Tick, 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 watch the future spark. My leverage is low, but my ambitions are stark. Rocket scooters, the flame to my trading art. Flick the chart, watch it wiggle. Little green candle makes me giggle. Rocket scooter got me flying high. From a brick to a flood, watch the dollars.
This is pretty brutal. So yeah, my sacrificial start of the day, it was this account and these two that got hit pretty hard. So cat active now on the bottom of 83. Market slightly better above 83. I can hold a runner back up to here. If res is greater than 0 on Nasdaq, we can probably move faster. This might actually be the... It should be slightly better. You could try this with like...
Whoosh fan, rocket scooter got me flying high. From a trip to a flood, watch the dollars multiply. Tiny P&L, now it's touching the sky. Whoosh fan, baby, let it ride, let it ride.
It's kind of been pretty. It's been a kind of pretty crazy day for a lot of you guys, I bet. Could I try this one more with this one account that has 0?
Fan, baby, let it ride, let it ride.
Pretty decent jam. All right, let's do this one. I like it. You guys like this one? The first one was pretty cool. All right. Oops. That one has made it to the finals. Okay. Okay, let me get ready to do. I might actually decide to be Daredevil one more time and trade the account that does have 0. This one right here. Okay. Right. All right, next song. Nasdaq Trader song called Wild Swings.
Been watching you move up and down all night, can't predict your move.
All right.
Nothing's ever right till you're sitting
I'm gonna grab it in 3 more accounts. The one at 0, the negative 124, and the one that's minus 1,000.
spinning in my head. Tell me why chase what I know will break every single day. So you overtake me, MQ, you drive me crazy. Wild swings got me hazy. Margin calls at midnight, baby, but I keep coming back. Your volatility's my addiction, can't resist your
All right, you guys want some inside scoop? You know, Ninja Trader's making their own prop firm. I don't know if you guys knew that.
You're impossible, irresistible, running way too high, making moves I can't follow, leaving me behind. But tomorrow,
Trader Bait Ninja Trader's making their own prop firm.
you find. Tell me why chase
It's been rumored, but it's happening.
every single
Pretend to be shocked, right? My question is, what do you guys think about that? There are traders over there, Blow. Oh, you're talking on the show? I'm friends with a lot of those people. No comment on. They're cool guys. I like them, but I don't know if they're any good or not. I've never really watched the show. I'm friends with all like Pax and all those guys. I've known them for years. They're good peeps. But I mean, you know, trading shows aren't necessarily going to be, you know, Michael Jordan's all the time. So, just FYI, yours truly has been in conversation. I haven't said anything yet. I've been in conversations with them about this for a while. It's so crazy how we become synonymous with being integrated with the back end of the prop space. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to the heads of the whole department that's building it in next Thursday. We'll find out, but I'll let you guys know. And when I tell you that morning comes up, we'll come up with some questions, go ask them and talk to them about it. So we'll see. It could be a big deal. Yeah. I'd like to get in if it again. I've always been close to the people at Tradevate when it started and then merged with Ninja. And we have a strong relationship with the original owners of the Tradevate group. Now they'll crack and all this stuff. I don't know any of the people at New Ninja Trader. I know some of them, but not like very closely. So they're like, I mean, clearly they always reach out to, the biggest and best voices, I would say, first to kind of get opinions. And then this is like we want to sit down with you and, talk to you about it and see what you guys think about it, what your community thinks about it. So I'm letting you guys know now. Rock Scooter inside of Tradevate win. I could bring up that conversation with them in this meeting. I've had 3 meetings with prop firms this last week just to go over. One of them was integration into a platform on top of the other meeting. The other 2 were consulting meetings about their releases and their offerings and things like that. Going forward, if Ninja has a prop, which we always knew that was going to be a thing, as Tradevate has to Ninja has to take a step in the direction of maintaining market share in the platform space, as well as the brokerage space, as well as the prop space, because the Project X and the new emerging APIs, there's a couple more coming out. I know about those as well. I can't say anything about it. That the whole Tradevate ecosystem and prop monopoly is going to disintegrate pretty quickly. So because of that, they need to make their own prop firm to stay competitive, which does make sense. With that being said, is it going to be good or not? I'll find out as much detail as I can, and whatever they allow me to share, I'll share with you guys, like what kind of accounts, what type of accounts. Maybe they just want feedback. Maybe they just want to know, like, what we think. This is a lot of times when prop firms meet with me, they usually say they want to know what I think. Like, I feel like I'm the Rick Rubin of the prop industry. I really do. Like, I feel like it's become like this. And I'm not saying that to be, flexing, but I feel like people believe my opinion matters because I have a good taste in prop firms, which, Rick Rubin can write a song, save his life, but he has an ear for it, right? He knows what the community wants to hear. So I don't know what they want to talk about. We'll see what they say. A lot of times the prop firms are like, hey, we want to update our website. Tell me what you think about it. I've had a meeting like that with the prop firm. I think because people see that we care a lot and we listen to you guys a lot and we give the feedback right up the ladder a lot, and that they really care. It's kind of what we are, right? Like the community. When I say me, I say we. I take us as a group. We're all a voice together. We're like the Rick Rubin of the prop space, dude. I feel like it's neat to be able to be on the ground floor of stuff. So anyway, we'll see what comes out of this. I don't know. Could be a good idea. We'll see. Rick Rubin quote, "It feels orange." Yeah. So I think we have just impeccable taste in prop stuff. We know what works. We know what doesn't. We know what the audience likes. We know what won't sell. The last meeting I had. Oh. So this is from Cass. Little indie pop sort of. It's got a 90s rom-com vibe to it. She's sipping on her coffee, doing her trading, reading the newspaper. She runs a flower shop, but the flower shop's gonna get shut down unless I can come up with $20,000. And then she meets a guy, and he's a chef. There's a cooking competition with a prize of exactly $20,000. They spark a romance. It's like you can create like a random, like you can say, I know there's that comedian, I forgot the guy, the engineering guy, the comedy that says you can do any romantic comedy ever. It's like he had like 5 different, you can pull things out of a hat, and it's like small town girl meets big city guy, or big city girl meets small town guy. What's the problem? What's the competition that you can win the money? How you can solve the problem? Every Hallmark rom-com ever. Or in this one, it's like she's kind of like the uptight indie girl that just does her own thing. Not uptight in the wrong one. She's like the independent, free-spirited indie girl, but gets a job in big fashion. She has to follow these rules. Complete fish out of water. Doesn't wear all the fashionable clothes like Devil Wears Prada. Here she is walking down the streets of New York with her latte, staring up at the buildings, contemplating her life. That was a really good movie, by the way. I actually liked it. And I think there's a sequel to it coming out. I'm AI prompting a rom-com right now. She turns tricks on the corner of 3rd and Broadway. I like the song though, it's pretty catchy. Futures in my hands, she did a good job. Pop song, 80s. Indie girl sound. Natalie Merchant, Natalie Imbruglia, the whole 90s sound vibe. It's very inspirational and hopeful. Like you'd see it at the end, you know, like it reminds me of the scene at the end of actually Devil Wears a Prada where she like basically, you know, she quits working for Miranda Priestley and then she's like driving away and Miranda like looks at her through the sunglasses and smiles and then what's her face is just like walking down the street like as the credits are rolling. That's what that song sounds like to me. All right. Prop account giveaway song. I'll pass it to the next round. It's a really good song. I dig it. How are prop traders that don't stream treated? What do you mean? KJ says, wait, I got the movie prompt wrong. She's engaged to a big city attorney and goes back to her small town and meets the local baker trying to save his bakery and falls in love with him. Yep. Or, you know, she's the big city girl visiting her parents in Alaska. Her dog stubs his toe in a doorway, and she takes her dog to the vet and falls in love with the local veterinarian. And then sparks fly. But it'll never work because you're in Alaska and I'm in New York and you're a small town guy and I'm a big city girl. How will we ever make it work? And there's always like the weird plot twist, you know, where she finds out that you dated my best friend. You were the person that broke her heart. I can never date you. It sounds like way too many of the Johnny Sins movies. Is Johnny Sins like most of you guys' favorite actor, huh? He's a great actor. I think he's my girlfriend's doctor. Or her plumber. I've seen him around a bunch. So you're saying how many streamers that are sponsored or banned for winning? I understand the question. Streamers that are sponsored or banned for winning. I don't know what you mean by banned for winning. Can you explain that? You believe prop trading is like gaming. Prop traders are paid to promote the platform by streaming. Okay. You're not incorrect. So you're saying how many streamers are sponsored or banned for winning? I wouldn't say the prop firm has any incentive to ban anybody from using the product. And to be perfectly honest with you, as somebody in my space who is that person you're saying, the prop firms literally beg me to trade their products on my stream. They're like, will you please trade our accounts? And I go, no. And they'll go, we'll pay you money, a salary, just to trade our accounts and mention our name. So the incentive of them to ban people for winning is zero. If I get on the stream and I'm winning in their accounts legitimately, It's big business for them. So to dispel your theory or your fears, I promise you, they have zero incentive to ban anybody. If anything, they're throwing money and throwing free accounts at people to get them to use them. So just to be honest with you about that, they're not going to ban people because they're doing very well. I haven't heard that happening. Now, used to certain prop firms, when you go live, well, any trader that goes live sometimes can't trade in the eval system anymore. And that's just a natural part of the program itself, not because of streaming. Yeah. So he thinks non-streamers get treated poorly as compared to streamers. Oh, no. I don't get any favors. That's for dang sure. At best, I've been offered like, hey, here's like 5 free evals for you if you become our affiliate or something. The perks aren't necessarily what you guys think they are. There's just commissions and salary. That's basically all it is. And giveaways for you guys. That's really the perk. I get some of my prop partners give me 20 to 50 to 100 accounts to give away to y'all. Each partnership is somewhat different, but as far as I know, and again, being one of the biggest out there, I can tell you, I probably get the white glove service. I don't get any. They're not like, ooh, Matt failed his account. Let's secretly pass him. And it's zero like that. I'm in the same system as everyone else. I promise you that. You heard other traders get banned from platforms for winning. Tyler, for example, has mentioned he was banned from a bunch of platforms. Tyler was banned from Funded Next FX, I think. A couple of Forex ones. Tyler's ban was in the Forex world, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to ask him to clarify that. But his thing was with, I think, Funded Next Forex side, which is totally different rules. Future side is a lot different. So probably banned from sim trading. Yeah, that's probably what he means. Tyler, I don't think would get banned for winning with a legitimate reason in the future space. But I do remember Tyler did get unfairly treated with something with a Forex firm. This is what I do remember. Yeah, but I'll have to ask him to clarify that. If you haven't been banned for winning, you're not winning enough. Yeah, and so a lot of the sim funded firm is that when you're making too much money in sim and they move you to live, a lot of them will ban you from sim for a while or until you get out of the live program. So a lot of the trends that used to be that if you got live, you couldn't be trading in sim anymore, which does make sense. The whole goal of the prop firm is to find a talented live trader, and therefore you don't need them in the casino anymore, trading sim profits. But the thing is that the trend has kind of drifted away from that. In the last 2 or 3 years, the trend was that 2 years ago, like when I went live with ETF, I couldn't trade their evals for 3 years. However, they've since changed their program to have now a rehabilitation program. If you blow up the live, you can automatically go back and start all over. And so the trend is now, if you fail the live, you can start all over. According to Pat Whelan, when he busted his Tradeify live, because he went live, made a whole bunch of money, then busted it. He actually said on his Twitter that people go, "Are you banned from trading sim?" And he's like, "No, I can start over if I want to." So that's the only confirmation I have that it's possible to Tradeify is Pat's own tweet. So according to Pat, I mean, he made like what, 70-something thousand bucks, which was great. And then ultimately the account didn't work out at the end, but he made a huge fat profit on it. And then so people are asking, like, what are you going to do now? And he's like, oh, I could start over if I want to. So I think that that's the path, because I'm not live with Tradeify yet, but I'm almost there. And when I go live, that was my question. Like, what if I lose, do I go back? So you're not really getting banned for being too good on the live side. They want you to do that because you're trading real money and they're splitting profit with you. So nobody's ever going to get banned from live for doing well. The only question is, will you get banned from sim funded if you're doing too well? And the prop firms used to be pretty shady a long time ago about that very fact. You would hear all kind of stories of subjective payouts, this and that. They're doing too great, so I'm just doing too well, so they ban me, and they find an excuse to ban you. But the current trend is that's no longer acceptable, and everybody that was reporting that was happening to them, or firms that were reported that was happening, are slowly moving away from that, because the PR nightmare is so much more damaging than giving that trader the 50 grand or whatever it was. So lately, especially the firms I've talked to and worked with, almost none of them are getting flagged for denial of payouts right now. It's almost like it's because people like Brett and Matt at My Funded Futures, they have created such stellar payout programs such that nobody gets denied payouts. And that's the growing trend. The competition is with them. Brett's like, we've only denied 2 payouts in the history of the company. And that's very true. And because of that, you know, other firms can't risk even one denial. So the current trend is that nobody's out there unfairly denying people for weirdness, with the exception of Apex, as there's still reports of that going around. But even they said that the people they banned are cheating the system. So to each their own. But yeah, these days the prop industry is cleaning up very rapidly because they have to, because competition is so steep. Yeah. So he's talking about Tyler G, our bro. Yeah. So that's probably what you're talking about. Yeah, nobody's going to ban anybody for doing well, especially if you're doing well and bringing in business. And the best way to bring in business is actually by doing well. I like that giveaway song. It's pretty good. But anywho, a good conversation. I like answering y'all guys' questions about this stuff. I got to go to My Funded TV in half an hour. Super good. That's a good giveaway song. I like it. That goes to the next level. But yeah. But anyways, so I was reading what you guys said. Y'all are pretty excited to see about NinjaTrader fix the platform first. Yeah, so if you guys have ideas, my meeting is on the 11th, so it's next Thursday. Maybe that morning, I'll take like a list of y'all's comments and commentary, and I'll take it with them. Obviously, starting a new prop firm. Obviously, they know everything about prop firms. This is the best thing about them is, do I think it's going to be successful? I think it's going to be wildly successful because they're the gatekeepers of the prop space. They're the ones that created the prop space. They have all the data from all their partner prop firms. They know what works, what doesn't, what sells, what traders love, what traders hate, what traders blow up on. They've got everyone's data. Imagine you being the prop firm hub that everybody ran through, and now you have everyone's data. You can theoretically design the best prop experience ever, combining the best features from all your partners. So with that amount of visibility, I completely trust that the prop firm they may be creating might be a home run. We'll see. Yeah. So we'll do this. Wait, so Huntsman is saying analyzing prop for business models. They deny with ghost orders and say you breach. TPT does this. What does that mean? Think they use the no open orders after market close rule to avoid payouts. Ghost order breach. Accounts gone. You exit a market close after every trade. Humble opinion, never again, Huntsman. So wait, what is a ghost order? I'm not familiar with the term. Can you teach me? Yeah, and Yellow Dog said they can also likely design the most profitable one. Yeah. I just hope it doesn't turn out to be like another trailing drawdown sort of thing. Now, with Ninja being a brokerage, their goal is to get people to use brokerage services. I bet you anything, it's going to have a really quick path to live because that's what they want. It's live traders. Currently, let's see if you guys can read between the lines. Who's NinjaTrader salty about right now? Let's think about it. Who are they going to go head on with? Let's just remember, we're smart here. We think outside the box. Who are they going head on with? Who do they hate? Tip stop, yeah, right? They're going to go head to head. They're going to go head to head with Tip Stop. Oh yeah, they just had a huge falling out. So you might see comparable products. So I'm guessing if that's the case, you might see this a similar setup. End of the day drawdown, corny little $5,000 payment, 90-10 split sort of thing. So I bet you it'll be similar with the path to live and all that stuff. See, Project X isn't necessarily killing the business, but it's definitely competing with the business. The problem isn't Project X as much as it is the 2 new APIs that are also coming out. Project X is about to have a couple more competitors too, and 3 major props right now are building a platform, and another person is building a platform that will connect to some major props, including Project X. So the thing is that everybody's going to be competing against the big monopolistic Trade of 8 Ninja. So everybody's now fighting for market share in the prop space because it's about to get saturated with platforms and APIs. Nip the tip, new slogan. Can we hit that bull zone? Can we hit that bull zone bottom, baby? Bull zone bottom, baby. I was kind of excited to see bull zone bounce here today. Cat is still active, by the way, you guys. Being a daredevil here with 1 contract. Ninja should give headbands instead of hats. Very funny. So what did you mean by your ghost orders? Did you actually respond so I can read what you're saying? Huntsman, he said... Ninja and Trade of 8 have the same owners. Nothing happens to Trade of 8. They're owned by Kraken or whatever, the Cryptos or whatever. So if you left an order open on Trade of 8, you would get banned for it? Is that what you're saying, bud? Will I be able to trade other firms on Trade of 8? Yeah, like they still have the majority of prop firms still operate. So here's the thing, like Project X and Trade of 8 are like the 2 major APIs. Almost everybody that's reputable is under Trade of 8. The only person that's quote unquote big that's no longer on Trade of 8 would be TopStep. Everything else in Project X is a small firm. Not that many big ones. So Project X is not necessarily making a dent in the ecosystem, but each individual prop that's making its own platform is also going to make their own API. 3 or 4 years from now, nobody's going to be using Ninja Trader's data, order flow, nothing. Pretty much every major prop is going to become a broker itself. Every major prop is going to have its own platform, and every major prop is going to have its own API, completely isolating themselves from Trade of 8. This is the future. I know which props are doing it. And so the idea is Ninja sees this, okay? They make all their money in the prop space by selling prop API access. They collect $25 per account, per prop account. You go buy 20 Apex accounts. They made $25 off of each one that you bought on your monthly fee, plus $5 for each of the other 19. So 25 for the first one, 5 for each additional. So they're making $100 off of you every month. Goes up the ladder. The margins of props are so small because of that. So they're all trying to get out of the umbrella. Project X was just the first attempt to do so. And there's a couple more coming out. So, you know, the monopoly that Ninja had on this is going away. I dig the song, man. I love it. Razor, good song, good song. Wrong from the Right Place version 2. Or another new version. Just gonna love it. All right. Oops. All right. All right. Then we'll check that the original. All right. Good deal. Good deal. One more time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go by T6. That last song is called Wrong from the Right Place by Fraser. Phantom orders are manipulated orders on the price ladder that traders can easily move or cancel, making them unreliable for storm resistance analysis. No, he's talking about, you guys said ghost orders in the platform. I don't know what ghost orders mean. What do I think of SMB Capital? I don't know. It's like one of those old school New York prop firms. Are they? Why? Why, Ari? Don't know. I don't. It's one of the. It's like that. Like it's an actual prop firm where you go with your own money and then they give you money to trade with and stuff. Don't know much about it. Oh, ghosted is where you didn't place an order and a random order was placed and then your account dies. Oh, so like you're not allowed to trade overnight, but then somebody makes a trade overnight on your account and then it goes busted. That's what that means? Because you broke the rule? That's crazy. So ghost orders, I'm assuming, is an order you didn't place, but an order that went through. Wow. So only on trade copiers when that happens? Somebody said that doesn't happen, but that's what people were saying. Like an order went, that's what somebody said in chat. Is that what y'all mean by it says a ghost order in prop? I like this song a lot. So it happens with trade copiers then. Okay.
Resistance level coming near. This is the moment. Conquer fear. With one more push, we'll make it break and another win.
So, what would you guys think about me getting on the ground floor with Ninja? Like before they even launch and everything. Could be beneficial. It's not like you guys would like it. I mean, we know it's a reputable company. We know they're not, you know. Just meaning that like we can get, you know, giveaways and, you know, like a code and all that stuff. Only when the cover guy had banned? Okay. Yeah, I think Kirsten's right. It depends on the structure of the accounts if we really like it or not. If it turns out to be like whack, like, you know, just crap design with shit parameters, then yeah. I'm curious, like my thought is, to be honest, my thought is they're going to come out with like a Top Step clone. That's my guess. So they can go head to head, like similar type of accounts, the whole Top Step process, because they're really trying to compete against them. I think they're really salty. They lost the business. So they're going to try to like make a better offering than Top Step. They can't come out with like trailing drawdown accounts and something and go toe to toe with Apex. I don't think that would be smart. I think they're going to try to push that angle, and they're like, okay, well, Top Step doesn't have affiliates. We'll make the same thing with affiliates. We'll make it work. You know, they already built a TV show to get ahead of their, you know, prop aspirations. So we'll see. Yeah. Did I hate your submission, Ari? Well, wait, which submission was yours? I didn't hear it yet. We're going down the list, so we're like on August the 26th. We haven't got to the end yet. I love that song. T6, let's go, let's go, let's go. I love it. This is the longer version, the extended cut. This is the extended cut, guys. Oh, wait. This is the Hungarian version of Whoosh Fan for Tom. I gotta give this to him. This is for Tom. Yeah. This is a multiple-minded song. I love it. It sounds so much cooler in Hungarian, dude. Hungarian sounds really good, like tonal in rock music. It's almost like German sounding. It's got a really good like percussive like. Bro, my stream has 6,666 views right now. That was crazy. Whoosh, Vanderland. It's like a lighter version of German, right? As far as like from a non-Hungarian, non-German speaking person. The whoosh ventilator. A whoosh ventilator. So I'm gonna have to send these to Tom. These are funny. So multiple made like 3 different versions of it. This is so funny, dude. I love it. Ventilator. You're looking for a new prop account. You tried Top Step for the first time and not liking it. I tell you, if something that's going to be a better experience and similar, I would say My Funded Futures is great. Their scale accounts are really similar to the Top Step experience. If you're looking for something completely different, Elite Trader Funding has a static account, which is really awesome. Take Profit is what probably most people's favorite is here. The Take Profit system is really good. Like 180 different than the whole Top Step experience. So it depends, Cap, like what type of account you like to trade with. Do you like end of the day drawdowns? Do you like static drawdowns? Yes, I'd like a whoosh ventilati. Would you like that tall or grande? I need to figure out. Let me give this to the. Hold on. Let me send this to Denny and see if he'll give it to Tom really quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can get. Hey. Let me see if I don't know if we can get it in the show by today, but maybe get in there for Monday. Hey, so did you double check that it's not like insulting multiple when you made it? Like it's not using any kind of like tropes or anything that Tom would find offensive, and we just don't know because it's Hungarian. Are the lyrics pretty? Are they playable for My Funded TV? It's the exact. Oh, so it's exact to the original song. Okay, cool. Just as long as we double check that it's PG-13 rated for work or whatever. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Whoosh ventilator. Okay. Continuing, we've got about 13 minutes left. It's been kind of a brutal day. I took some losses and then I got some wins, and then we're kind of just sitting in the middle here. Splitting up risk is very important, right? I tried to play half gap, didn't work. Tried to play close, didn't work. Then I waited for zones, which actually was doing okay. And now even there's a catalyst is active, I'm betting that it becomes inactive. Normally we say don't trade when a cat is active, just be careful. So my quote unquote being careful is normally we'll sit out because it can get worse. I'm willing to accept the risk of this speeding up just because VIX is on triple B level, which means it's like kind of volatile, but kind of on the edge of not being. So this is clean enough where I'm willing to take the bet in the cat. If this was running at like 18, 19, 20, like way above the 1691, I wouldn't be touching it. So it would be moving too fast to even make it worth my time. Okay. So let my one contract doing some work today, see if anything comes out of it. A couple more songs we can play before we finish up. Cass made another one. Cass is the person that did the indie rock, indie girl song we were talking about earlier. Here's a new one. Yeah, Mike, like the song, when translated, it's like from Hungarian to English, it's like douche fan or something. Okay. Like, hopefully, like, lost in translation, it doesn't have anything. It's going like, wait, what? I like this song. This song's cool. I dig it. Matt Cowart, that's my shooter. I gotta execute it. Kaiser Soze is Hungarian. He's not very chill. No, he was very chill before you knew it was him. He was chill when he was Verbal Kent. But the legend of him, he wasn't chill. That's like one of my favorite movies. If you guys never seen Usual Suspects, you gotta watch it. It's great. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Great song, great song. All right, you guys like that song? Let's move it on to the next round. I do, I like it. Jeremy B hitting those vibes. Cruising down the strip with your convertible top down, mullet blowing in the wind, pink sunglasses on even though it's nighttime, the headlights shining down the road, the street lights bouncing off the hood of your car. You brush your hair through your mullet. Windbreaker on, collar popped. Winning with you. I like it. "25 songs until your submission." We'll probably hit it by the afternoon. Dang, I don't know how this is happening, but we are getting like... Yesterday was the biggest stream we ever had until today in the morning sesh. We're getting like 7,000-8,000 views now. It's crazy. I'm not sure how we're doing it. Rise to profit. I love winning with you. So what can I say? Rocket scooter, I know that you hate it. I don't know why, but I can't. This is a good one. I like it. Kids like this one. It's a chill vibe. Okay, guys. It's getting time to close out. We gotta head over to My Fun TV in just a little bit. You guys, the link over there. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Kind of a brutal day. I took a hit. Some accounts down, some accounts up. Hopefully it'll be green by the end of the day. We'll see. So wish me some luck. We'll see y'all later. We'll do giveaways all this afternoon as well, so feel free to stick around. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that link in chat. We'll be live in just a second. My Fun TV. I love you guys.